I did a gig in Switzerland when I was 16, and after the gig finished, I used to go and sit by a fountain. We were sharing a hotel room, 3 guys sharing a hotel room. And we were playing in a cafe bar in Lugano in Switzerland. And we played, you know, Girl from Ipanema. We played light, gentle bossa novas, light, gentle pop songs, just for the people at the cafe bar. But I thought I should be practicing. So after the show, about midnight, I would go and sit by this fountain because the fountain made so much noise. It disguised the sound of me tapping on a practice pad. So I sat with a practice pad for like 3 hours, doing rudiments, single stroke rolls, double stroke rolls, anything I could think of. But what I quickly realized was the more I did that kind of muscle exercise stuff, my brain was completely dormant when I was doing it. And I just had less and less ideas. When I sat at the drums, I had no ideas because all I spent my time doing was just finger exercises and playing really fast. And then I thought, I'm going to stop working on these muscles and work on this big fat muscle in here, because this is where all the ideas are coming from. You know, the things I play today, I could have played 25 years ago. I just couldn't think of them 25 years ago. I just didn't have the ideas, you know. And the things that impress me are great ideas, tasteful things. You watch a great drummer play, and there's the things that I like are never the technical things. They just do something really kind of, you know, they just brush the hi-hat or play a little thing. I think, oh, that's nice. That's really lovely. The bit where they go, okay, you know, we can all do that. That's something, that's a technique trick. But the little tasteful things they do, the sort of their ideas coming through, I was like, oh, that was great. You know, when I listened to Steve Gadd, he would play really simple things and just put an odd note here or an open hi-hat there. I think, oh, I like that. That was really nice. How did you think of that? It was never the fast, flashy things. When I see people playing fast and flashy, all I'm aware of is that I'm witnessing a regurgitation of some incredible amount of practice. And I find it really boring, because I can think, yeah, I can see you've practiced that to death. So what am I witnessing? You know, I'm not witnessing any music here. I'm not witnessing any expression. I'm witnessing you doing a circus act. Obviously, the drums are a very rhythmical instrument, and it's a very easy instrument to drum up one emotion, which is excitement. Powerhouse excitement. It's the easiest thing to do on the drums. And probably when you're a kid, it's the only thing you want to do, is just create excitement. But when you get past that, you think, how can I play the drums in a melancholic way? You know, how can I play in a soft, meaningful way? How can I get other emotions from this instrument? And for me, the key is to just not think like a drummer anymore. Think like a piano player, think like a saxophone player, think, you know, harmonically, think of phrases, you know, think melodically. Of course you're still playing time, of course you're still holding the groove and the beat. You know, when I'm composing drum parts, I try to have some kind of logical shape to the drum parts. I like nothing more than a great rhythmic design. When I hear a great drum part that really fits the song, I'm happy. I don't care about the fills. There's an English drummer called Steve Jansen. He used to play in a band called Japan, and he always played the most beautiful drum design. Always simple. He's got no chops, this guy. He couldn't play fast to save his life. But he just placed beats in places that drummers never seem to. He just placed beats. I always thought, where's this guy come from? Who's he been listening to? What are his influences? It's like he came out of nowhere, like Stuart Copeland. You know, some drummers just come out of nowhere. And Steve Jansen was quite an influence on me, because he showed me that you could have powerful effect with no technique. And it was all going on in here. Steve just had style, you know, he just had elegance. It's the thing that gets me the most excited, is the chance to come up with a unique drum part for a song that's not flash and clever. It's just really simple and elegant. And you think, yeah, man, When I hear people do it, I think, oh, I wish I'd thought of that. That is fantastic. That gets me excited. You know, a fast rip down the toms and double bass with crossing arms over 2 China cymbals. That doesn't really do it for me at all. When I started doing sessions when I was young, I would play a take and the producer would say, "How was that?" And I'd say, "I don't know. I'll have to hear it." And he'd say, "Well, weren't you listening?" And I'd say, "Well, not really. I don't know. What was I listening to? I suppose I was listening to myself." And I would never know. And then I started listening to the whole picture, listening to the whole thing. And when I do a session now and I get to the end of the take, I don't have to listen to it. I know if it was good or not, because I was listening at the time. It's amazing to me how many musicians don't listen. They listen to themselves, but they don't listen to the whole picture, and they can't tell if it was any good without going back and hearing it again.